My name is Sarah Jones. I grew up in Carlsbad, New Mexico, and I work as a library director for Carlsbad Public Library, which is based in Carlsbad, New Mexico. My job as a library director kind of depends on the day, and I never know what might happen. But my sole job is to run and maintain the job. So I manage a staff. I make sure that our budget is spent according to the city and state regulations. I manage staff. Sometimes I work on the information desk helping people. I help process stuff. I write grants for the library. So it just kind of depends on the day what kind of stuff comes through the door. I graduated from Carlsbad High School back in 2004, and I wanted to become a journalist or somebody in marketing or advertising, someone creative. When I graduated with my degree in advertising, they weren't really hiring people in the advertising field because it was kind of a bad economy. So they were firing people and not hiring. So I started in a nonprofit job and I was helping seniors, but it was super part time. And I kept seeing jobs for the local library that sounded really fun and creative. And I thought it was right up my alley. So I applied and I started in a library in Kansas being their community service coordinator slash young people's assistant. So I worked with the children and I worked with going out into the community and working on their first book program, their Welcome to the World program, which took books to new mothers and some of that aspects. And I loved it because I got to do fun and creative things. I got to interact with the children and I decided libraries were for me. So we would have like a local listserv that kind of showed questions and jobs, and all the jobs listed that you needed a master's of library science. So I started looking into what it would take to get a master's degree. And in the meantime, a job as head of circulation opened up. So I applied for that to get a promotion and kind of head my own department. So while I started that job, I also started my master's degree to get more qualifications. And I did that, graduated with a degree, and then ended up coming to New Mexico. I worked as a teen librarian for a little bit, and then I got on at Carlsbad as the assistant director. I did that for several years, and then in February of 2020, I was promoted to the director of the library. When I was going to school, the library I worked for was kind of small, so they didn't have the budget to pay for education, so I completely had to pay for it myself. But my boss was super patient and encouraging, so she allowed me to, if a project related to the job, I could do it on the clock. So that kind of helped. So sometimes when I was done with work and working my 40 hours, I wouldn't have to worry about going home and working on some of the homework because I was able to kind of apply it to my actual job, which really gave me a benefit to school because I had a lot of real world experience that kind of helped me understand the coursework and do better than some of the other students who had never worked at a library. Lots of people wonder what it takes to become a librarian, and to just be a librarian, even if it's a lower level, requires a master's of library science. So any professional that is working in the field, especially directors of libraries, they have to have a master's degree to get this position. High school was a super positive experience. I was super involved in the theater department, the school newspaper, any way I could be creative. And I also loved serving on a lot of the committees at high school. And all of this really was beneficial to the library world because as the director, I often interact with the press and have to write articles about the library and kind of put our information out for the community. And some of these organizations I served on, coming back and working in my hometown has been great because I've known these people and I've interacted with them not only in high school but throughout. And it's really helped the library build some amazing partnerships and kind of shape what kind of librarian I am. As in, we work together with the public and we form partnerships and we give back to the community. I lived and worked in Kansas for 13 years before coming home. The reason I came back was my life kind of fell apart. I had some personal issues going on. My parents were getting older and I became a single mom. So I came back to New Mexico to live by family and kind of get a support system that I needed to help raise my son and help my career grow. My advice would be to not be afraid to go after your passion in life. If there's something you're good at and you enjoy, that even if it might not look like a career, there's often something that you can mold it into. Like the library world, I feel like I use theater when we perform in front of the children. I write articles for the newspaper. So even if you've got something that may not translate into something that someone in your life might see as a career, if you're always pursue your dream, go after education and work hard, you can find a career that makes you happy and you can make the community a better place.